Hello, and welcome to Seasoned Woman 1900s. Well, I kind of went on a rant, so I just wanted to post my little rant today. He trusts you. Well, you're mad against a burden that was actually entrusted to you. And your journey is to overcome that. That's your journey. So that others who can see you can gain an insight or, help them along the way. You see, we still use quotes from hundreds of years ago. So your words matter. Your words do matter. But nobody asked to be here. If you feel like your mom I didn't ask to be here. Neither did we. Neither did we. Got to step out of the victimizing, and the blaming. It's stunting your growth. Your job in life is to overcome that challenge that was gifted to you, to get from point A to point B. I don't know why we're infatuated with everything being so comfortable and easy to get through. Whatever's on that other side isn't easy to obtain, or you wouldn't be given that task to do. Your journey is special. You are special. Every last person is special for a purpose. And, I'm not going to play like I have all the answers, but, why would God allow this? Why would God allow that? Have you ever thought the creator of everything is orchestrating things? Remember, he gave us emotions, but they had to have come from somewhere. But all in the name of getting to some place, to the end of B. Pain has to exist too. Because without the pain, we would sit there and take the good for granted. And please don't say, oh, I would wake up every morning giving my gratitude. You don't know how that is if you've never even experienced that. Having everything. What do you do when you have everything? And you finally make it to that destination that you wanted to be at with the gift that God gave you. And me. When I say you, I'm talking to me too. I'm talking to me too. But we expect everything to be so incredibly easy. And I get it, because I hate them painful lessons in life. I hate those painful experiences in life. But for some reason, they exist for a purpose. Or you wouldn't be here walking that journey. And I'm sorry, it seems that he thought you were that special to call you here to walk that journey, specifically assigned to you. That one. But make no mistake, you aren't the only one assigned something. Everybody has a hurdle to get over in their life. They have a destination from A to B. Everybody. Doesn't matter what race you are. It doesn't matter what color, ethnicity, all these different breakdowns they have out there now. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Everybody has been given a gift to get there. Anyway, I hope that gives people hope or purpose for their life. You have a purpose. Do you make mistakes? I don't think they're called mistakes. Someone told me you're either winning or learning a lesson. And lessons progress upwards to easy to more difficult as you go on. But there is an end to point B. Can you have that while you're alive here? I don't know. God is God. I don't have that answer. Maybe. I've seen some happy, content people. They discover what contentment is and they found it and they're okay. They're not pressured to have it, have this, have that, be this, be known, be the, whatever. Some people don't want that and they like the simple life. And it's hard to conceive when I know I'm a driven person. So it's hard for me to conceive that. It's just to be normal. Just to be normal. I never forget I was walking several years ago and I was so burdened with my emotions. I don't know what I was going through at the time, probably dealing with the man, of course. But I was walking down the street and I was like, I want to be normal. And it was like an experience of, let me show you what it feels like to be normal. And it was like something pulled away from me. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. It was just there. And I missed that presence that I was in. Even though I was in turmoil, there was a presence there. And I needed that presence back. I said, no. Okay. I know that sounds weird, but it happened. It's my story, and it happened. But it taught me one thing. Do I want to be what he called me to be or not? And the moment you say yes, don't think you can renege until he releases you. So accept everything. I'm trying myself to accept things as they are. I was always living my life in the future. But what's been happening to me is, what if you finally get what you've been asking for? Then what? What if this year is your year to have what you've been asking for? And I believe you can't ask for the wrong thing, because here's why. You wouldn't be asking, even if you can't have the insight to it, there's a lesson in it for you. And that lesson needs to be learned to get to the journey. And I get we don't want to feel it. We run. It's awful. Being ghosted, being abused, being hurt, being treated second class, being treated with no class. It's tough. But it's a hard journey. And you just don't exist not to try in life. And people numb that with a lot of things, a lot of distractions, a lot of TV, a lot of reality shows, a lot of we running from it. Running. So people say, well, I'm bored with my life. Then you just said it, your life. It's your responsibility. It's your responsibility. Your life is your responsibility. I see a lot of married couples blame it on their spouse. And yes, you are supposed to be in union with him. But again, that's part of your journey to work out. Some people will learn very hard lessons. Very hard lessons. When they want to go their way, they get bullheaded and everything without really seeking the one that's given you the task to do. Without finding the information or support of the one that's given the task. We rarely do that genuinely. We have asked for prayer and everything else, but I think he wants to hear from you. I think he really wants to hear from you. And then he will begin to step by step. Sometimes you stumble. Sometimes it's something you need to learn, and you keep going on your journey. Journey back to, or at the end of B. Why are some people's life short? I don't know. Other than their A to B journey was destined for something else. Why do people have to be in pain? I don't know that, and I really hate to speak on anything like that because I haven't experienced it. I've experienced taking care of people, my mom and dad, in that condition, but upon myself, no. But in this, it's been 10 years, 2023, for my mom. And you get to a point where you realize the path that it led helped you deal with a cycle of life that has to happen with all of us. Nobody gets to dictate staying alive. You're trying to manipulate yourself and your created being. But who's to say that's not a journey, something on the path of journey too? We don't know that. I could sit here and say this all day. I'm just speaking. Because obviously what I'm saying is going to connect with someone. I've learned that. People connect with me, I connect with them, and it's all a part of that journey. A lot of us are in a state of anger, but there are two roads, either the high or the low. And the low road is the negative, it's the bad, it's the easiest road. The high road, you always have to make decisions. And it's a task. It's a task to get from A to the end of B. It's steps up or you're stepping down. And it's so easy to go down. It's very easy to go down. Do we make bad decisions that we deem bad? Yeah. I don't have all the answers, but yeah, that does happen. But I do believe it's all in the part of the journey. I think it's a part of the journey. Are we always in control? No. Is he always in control? Yes and no, because he's given us free will to decide stuff. That part he's taken his hand. Okay, that's your responsibility. I give you your free will. But choose life or death, because the two roads are vastly different and one's tougher than the other. And sometimes we break trying to get to the high road and break and do wild stuff because we think that negative is so attractive. We think it's attractive. But people in the negative think your situation on the high road is attractive. One's looking up and one's looking down. But the ones that's looking down on is looking up too. You know, I don't know how that's supposed to be said, but you get what I'm saying. We're both looking at each other in a desirable way, but then we realize sometimes, no, I don't want that. Even poor people look at rich people and say, no, I don't want that. It's a rarity because everybody worships capital and power, but most people, mm-mm. And if you're that rich person, more power to you. But again, a majority are looking up and asking or saying, why not me too? To be up on that high road. But most people keep themselves on the low road, even though they're trying to step up because they haven't healed their mind. And their mind isn't healed. So their thoughts aren't healed. And so their actions aren't healed. And then it graduates up to wearing a mask behind a mess. Mask over a mess. And it gradually, as time goes on, you get older, you realize a lot of stuff in life, that the dumb stuff that you did, you start progressing up. Hopefully. Some of y'all be stuck old and on the low road. But that's not my journey. Just a messenger. But I'm just joking. I don't think I'm a messenger. I'm just talking. But hopefully, as we go on that high road, we see you guys going heading down the low road, and we want to help you back up. Because the rewards on the high road are a lot more. On the low road, everything travels downward, gravity, it comes quickly. But also leaves quickly. As quick as it came, it goes. So those gains are only temporary. They're only temporary. If you make it to the finish line of the upper road, the high road, there's a lot of satisfaction at the end. You look on your life and don't have shame. Or you get to a point, you had stuff that you were fallen, and you had stuff that you should be ashamed of. But you come to the realization that everybody has a journey on this path, in this thing called life, basically. So you're not worried about somebody else's journey, and you don't worry about the opinion of someone else who's traveling a totally different journey than you. After a certain point, you just don't care about that kind of stuff. You kind of figure out you got one thing to answer to, and that's God. One thing. I say thing. One, you can't say person. One existence, I guess. And a lot of you say it's, within you, wherever it is, within you, without you, just realize it's a thing to be grateful for. Carry gratitude in your heart instead of shame. Carry gratitude in your heart instead of guilt. Carry gratitude. And reminding yourself every day about what's gratitude. Well, there was a time there was nothing I liked about myself. I took my whole existence for granted until I realized health is a thing to be grateful for. I have a lot of things to be grateful for. But even if you can't realize what you're grateful for and you feel like you're in a bad place and things like that, find one thing to say. I am grateful for this. and repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat. Every time something going bad, repeat and repeat and repeat. I am grateful for this. And then you will be able to see how everything else is working for you, not against you. But then the chore becomes, once you realize everything is working for you, it's kind of scary. Because you're like, okay, what next do I need to do? What next am I going to have to do? You wonder about them things. I don't know what, and I don't hear very many people talking about what to do at that point. You know, I haven't heard anybody say that. What happens when you get everything that you've ever wanted? Or you've learned the lessons and you find that point, what happens? But anyway, enough of your time for this evening, this morning, or whenever you're listening to. I thank you so much for listening to this. I hope it heals someone somewhere, because a lot of times I'm talking to me too. All right. Good night.